Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium and the Aflac Kickoff Classic, and we are excited to get this college football season underway. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Louisville Cardinals. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Get this season underway as toe meets leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out. Yard line. Dropping back, it's Moss. It's complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Second and long. The give out of the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. Nice job to get him past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And how nice is it, David, on 3rd down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, and what matchup do I want to play? I want to play matchups where I have the advantage. I got a speed matchup of a linebacker versus a running back. Nice route, looking like he's going outside, cuts it in. Nice timing and rhythm with the quarterback. Nice 3rd down conversion.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. The connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Moss. Grabbed over the middle. It's Skinner. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Let's talk a minute about Louisville's new quarterback, Miller Moss. Last year, started 9 games at his childhood favorite, USC, before being replaced by Jaden Mayava. Now with the Ville, he fills a void and brings a gunslinger mentality, Jesse.
He has that gunslinger mentality. When it's going good, it's normally going really, really good, but he has to be able to avoid the mistakes. And let's not forget, he's got some pretty big shoes to fill, too. Tyler Shuck did some really good things for Louisville's offense a season ago. So for Miller Moss, a chance to rejuvenate his career and do it at Louisville.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. Poor starting field position here for this offense. To throw, it's Beck. Makes the catch. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up. Good yardage. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day 1, game 1. Make that first impression.
And the Canes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's exactly what you wanted from this offense, man. Just breathe a little bit easier, created a little bit of space by getting that first down. Now I wonder, now does this open it up? Does this give us a chance now on first down, be more aggressive, more space on the football field, less concerned about maybe going backwards?
The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Safe completion on the screen. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL.
Exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Moss. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Might be calling a hot route. Gonna swing it on second down. Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Turning it on! And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
At the end of the first quarter, what's the score? Miami 7, Louisville 0.
So first down here as they go back to work. From the gun, the running back has it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Looking to throw, it's Moss. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? Motion from the back. Motion from the wideout. They want to throw it. Oh, they're after him. A strike downfield. A confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field, making the nice tackle.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Louisville. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
did a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field. When I run that post route, QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bring in the heat. And they drop him for a loss, but there are penalty markers on the field. Let's check out the call. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Under fire. Complete downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
To running room. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
That's caught. It's Daniels. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Pressure coming. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to pass, it's Beck. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's picked off right at the goal line.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Quick release by the QB. There he goes. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Menu narration option is set to off.
And sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Third and short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Moss. Fires into traffic, picked off. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And linebackers have to do a really good job of playing the run, but you can see sitting back in cover two, understanding I got to get my zone,
Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And as he throws, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball in the 33.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The give to the lone running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Throws to the tight end. And they will score! Touchdown, Hurricane!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. maybe a double pass. Here's a heat. And that is interception number 3 on the day. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. He pulls and fires it complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
They'll go to the ground. Smashes through the tackle. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And the Canes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass, it's Beck. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Marches ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executed beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Handoff to the single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Cardinals will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The short hands, it's Pringle. Wide open spaces. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's back. Pocket breaking down. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls in.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Going deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got it behind the line. It's Watson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
The Cardinals have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Moss. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
This quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
And the Cardinals are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Wide receiver going in motion. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Lacy. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
On the run, it's Watson. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Catch in the middle, it's Skinner. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down. The Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. Going to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Back to throw, it's Moss. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it at the 15. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
There's a great example of a quarterback who's able to turn the page. Things haven't always gone his way. He's obviously thrown 2 picks earlier in this game, but he's still staying aggressive. He's still taking shots, and his guys are...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Florida State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days when Bobby Bowden walked the sidelines, this has not been a blowout today in Tallahassee. They're up by 7 over Alabama. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. You should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. To the air, it's back. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give on the inside. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
Here's the thing, not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
He lost one down the sideline. Grabs it inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
The give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They go to the ground. He breaks a tackle.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
The Hurricanes need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Rushes on him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your quarterback, and the linebacker comes through and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the left side. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time, but you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air, or you've got to be more physical up front.
Scanning the field, it's Moss. Looking left. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Quickly complete. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll run play action. Unloads it left. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Miami 31, Louisville 14.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Moss. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
It's a seam wide open.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down. He came up a little short.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped them.
The Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Moss. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and forever, let's test his arm strength. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Third and long equals pass almost every single time. Pin your ears back, go get the quarterback. Great job by the defense understanding the situation. Everybody flying upfield, putting pressure. Know the quarterback's going to hold it. Get to him, strip, sack, you get the rock.
Runs through a tackle.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Red pass, it's complete. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe need a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And for the second time in this game, he'll try to knock through a field goal, this one a 41-yarder. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end now in motion. They're going to run it to the right. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Moss. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's brought down, but a really solid effort. Pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Wants to throw. It's Beck. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Offensive linemen are offensive linemen for a reason. They're not as fast as those guys on the edge. And you can see that defensive end came screaming off the edge, got to the quarterback before that O-lineman could do anything about it. Nice job of that defensive end. Scoop them sacks, baby.
They punted away on 4th down. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost done.